if you followed our channel for a little while, and thank you if you have, you may remember that we covered the Sega Pico a little while ago. That is an edutainment tool, I guess, edutainment console for children, based around the Mega Drive. Well, turns out, after covering the PC Engine printer a few videos back, that there was also one specifically designed, kind of, for the Pico.
The present is horrible, the future looks bleak. Remember our childhood to get us through the week. We're getting re-enthused, back to the past and the things we used. We all know that our pasts were great, escaping the things that today we hate. Getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused, getting re-enthused.
And here it is, or at least the box. I haven't actually looked at this yet. I do not know if this works. It's got, I know it's got the kind of the free film printing system, so it's got like a red, green and blue film, then it prints one after the other to make the colours. Those tend to go wrong because they've got plastic bits that seize up and what have you. So I don't know what state that's in. I don't know if it's, I think it's in, no, I've definitely seen it, so I'm sure it's in here, but I don't know what state it will be in. So this may be a very short film about a broken printer. Oh, you know what, before we open it up, obviously this is nice and colourful, but let's look at the which is kind of important for this video. So I think you can see that. Excellent. So as you can see, we've got our Pico over here, but also you see it also got the Sega Saturn, Laserdisc, television, video camera. Well, how can it support all those things? Has it got some magical device? No. And this may be interesting for people that were kind of involved in the film transfer and photo transfer back in the early days, because this does a very similar thing to the printers used to do back then, which is it takes a composite image and then basically just prints a frame from that composite image. So I'm not expecting the quality to be great if it works at all, but it should be able to be used for almost everything. If it does, oh, well, straight away, as I interrupt myself, well, that seems to be sealed. That's hopeful, maybe. I mean, stuff still breaks down even when it's sealed, but hey, that's more hopeful than if it had been sitting in the printer. Okay, well, that's good. Now what do we have? Okay, so we have, I'm guessing that's some paper. It is photo size, so I think we can see where the technology did indeed come from. We've got some instructions. They're all going to be in Japanese, but that's fine. A nice big long composite extender, so we can plug our composite cable in and still plug it into a video output. Oh, okay, this has not been used. I'm pretty sure, other than the well, again, obviously the ribbon being sealed was a good sign, but I mean, this has not been removed from its packaging, because that has the feel of a factory packed device, although it is upside down, so maybe I'm wrong there. Ooh. Well, here it is. Apologies if you're getting my bald head in your view. That's quite a pretty little device. What are we sitting on that we shouldn't be? No, nothing. It is slightly raised at the front. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a cute little device. Obviously, it's primarily was designed for children, so it's got nice pastel colours. Looks quite similar to the later, I can't remember what they were called, Bebo or something, Beano, well, whatever it was. But the later Sega educational things. I'm just going to plug this in over here. Although we won't turn it on just yet. Oh, there we go. We have some kind of lit up display at the front there. Let's see. We really should have read the instructions as much as we can before trying any of this. I mean, the instructions are definitely sealed. Okay, well, this is a lot of do not do's, so that's not helpful to us. We need the do-dos, so to speak. Right. This is going to be a tricky one, I suspect. Okay. Yep, we know all that. Can't read any of that. We'll have to translate it, I suspect. I mean, that looks like that's the how you load it thing. How do we undo this? Okay, it was on, so it definitely has been used, but obviously not thoroughly. Okay, I don't want to break anything, but how do we open this? Is there an unlock somewhere? Not you. Okay. I'm going to be cutting quite a lot this video. Oh, there's an eject button. Okay. Where's the eject button? Oh, there's a big yellow button underneath. There we go. Now what? I guess we take this out. Oh, got to rip the polythene bag open. That always feels sad. Right. It's telling me that the smaller side, I guess, goes in here. No, that doesn't seem right. Is it upside down? Oh, there we go, the arrows. Oh, okay. I think that's in. Now, how do we put the paper in? I guess just in there. Well, these are kind of, obviously you could buy these as separate consumables, which makes sense. Oh, they are. I mean, absolutely, they are photo paper. So this is just one of those photo printers. So I think that goes in there. That doesn't feel like I should be pushing it in. E4. I guess that's an error. Right, take the paper out, see what we end up with. Okay. I think this is some kind of self-test that's happening. I think. Don't know. I think we're gonna. Oh, E6. What's E6 mean? That doesn't seem good. E6 feels like there's something wrong. Or maybe it's just because we haven't got anything installed. Let's try plugging something into it. Unfortunately, we've not really got anywhere. So we're getting this now. This is E6 error. Looking at the manual, it basically says that it can't use the ink cartridge. So I'm not sure there's anything wrong, particularly with the ink cartridge, because it looks fine. It moves okay. Nothing seized. I suspect that the printer itself is the issue, which is a real shame. Yeah, that makes it much less interesting. I was hoping that there'd be more diagnostics on the screen if it was plugged in, but there's nothing. And I plugged an MSX in as kind of the video source, which is what you can see in the background over there. And to no avail. Nothing happens. There's no things on screen. Once this error's up, that's it. I guess I haven't tried just not having the cartridge in, so we can take that out. It moves slightly. It definitely moves slightly because I make it kind of taut, which is what it tells you to do in the instructions, and then it's not taut when it comes out. So it definitely something moves correctly. But these cogs in here, they are quite stiff. I mean, that might just be that the motor is there's some kind of servo or something in there rather than just a straight motor. But yeah, I don't think they're moving enough, or the reader that looks at the ink isn't moving. I don't know. At some point I'll try and take it apart when I've got the time to do that, but at the moment I don't. But let's try it without a cartridge at all. I think we just get instantly E5 and no change on the screen. So, and we know it's plugged in correctly because the MSX is plugged in through this, and so it must be going through onto that screen. But that's a real shame. I thought this was going to be quite an interesting thing to show off. I mean, again, it's existing technology that's well known. It's if you look at any of the kind of the photo processing stuff of the 80s and the 90s, that they were using this kind of technology, which again I suspect it's just somebody else's mechanism. That's why it's got photo paper to print on. But I think it still would have been kind of cool to look at. But yes. It was not to be. A shame. An interesting device all the same. Interesting it exists. Interesting choice of technology, but I guess, you know, what else were they going to do? The Pico wasn't really designed to have a printer attached to it, so that kind of makes sense. They've done it like this. Yeah. What a shame. Oh, and I know, you know, we've not been making many videos recently, so this being a kind of a failed one is really not great. See, one thing that printers do, sometimes if you hold a button down, they'll go to a self-test. One that's different to this one, maybe. I suspect I don't know the button combination if there is one, and there's no guarantee there is one. But yes, nothing. No, that's doing the same self-test, I would assume. So again, E6 will pop up. Well, presumably at some point. This takes a while. So it's only trying to do something, but yeah, nothing. So I think this would flip between scenes, possibly. This is a mode, so you can change between having one big photo where it will take 4 frames and put 4 pictures on the picture, which is good. And obviously pause lets you stop the display so that you can print what you want to print. And then you've got there's 2 switches. Hold on. There's 2 switches here. One just sets effectively the dark and light mode, so how dark and light the image prints, and the other one changes the color between red and blue. So it's basically the temperature of the print. Anyway, bit of a bad ending, but hey, if I do get a look inside this and get it working, we will do a follow-up, of course. And next time, I've definitely got something else that's broken, but hopefully it's more interesting. Don't know where I put it, but it's somewhere. Anyhow, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit like. If you really like the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comments below. See you next time.